point, I agreed that I could type, and I went to Washington, and I was working for him as a military caseworker. And one day, a friend of mine said, "You won't believe this, but they're hiring female bodyguards to protect Tricia Nixon." President Nixon was president at the time. And I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah, you get to travel around the world on Air Force One, you need to work at the White House, you have to protect them, you're their bodyguard." But she said, "But you'd have to carry a gun. You'd have to be a bodyguard." She said, "I'd be afraid to do that." And I said, "I wouldn't." And she said, "But you have to know how to shoot a gun." And I said, "I do." She said, "No, you really do?" And I said, "Yes. I was on the Bulldog rifle team in Pueblo, Colorado. I was one of the best target shots with 22 target rifles in 1965 through when I graduated in 1965, one of the top shots in the country, because, strangely enough, my dad, when I was a little girl, got the old 22 out, growing up in the Wasatch Range of Utah, in a little town called Pleasant Grove. He said, "Do you want to learn how to just knock a can off a post?" I said, "Yes, I really would." So he took me out and he put this old can on a post. You know how daddies do. They walk down, they put the can on the post, and he put up the can and he got the old 22 out. He said, "Okay, now scrunch it up in your shoulder and take an aim and just squeeze the trigger nice and slow." Could you maybe hand me some water? Or just tea or something? That's great. And I said, "Oh, I can't do that, I'm scared." And how often with kids do they say, "Oh, I'm scared to do that," or "I'm afraid to do that"? And he said, "Well, if you really want to learn something new, then just do it scared. It's just another feeling. It's just something to figure out how to overcome a fear that probably, if you work it right, might make you pretty good at it if you overcome the fear." So I scrunched up that old 22 and I took aim and bam, I hit it right off the old post. In fact, I was really good at it. And I was hooked at the idea that with a skill, an athletic skill, it turned out that I was quite athletic, not just shooting guns, but I was athletic. That the idea of being able to athletically do something like that, to breathe and to do it cleverly and the smart way, so that it actually happened. I am so sorry.